Hello everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a pop-up baby card to share with you today. It is so easy and so cute, and it showcases the new baby's weight. And I can't wait to show you how easy and fun this card is. And it is a 10th style card, as you can see here. So here are the supplies that I'm using for my card. I'm using Honeybee Stamps Baby, the dies and the stamp, as well as these little button dies that are super old, so I'm sorry, I'm sure they're not available anymore. I'm using the Poppy Stamps Poetic Uppercase Alphabet and an alphabet from Anna Griffin. And the star of the show is this die set from Crafter's Companion Gemini Pop Out Individual Numbers. So you'll see how amazing and fun and easy these are to use. So starting off with a sheet of 5 by 12 cardstock, this is double-sided. I'm scoring at 5 inches and at 10 inches. And that's it. So now I'm going to take the number that I'm going to use and I'm lining it up with that 10-inch mark. There are little notches along the sides of the die that help you to line it up with the score line. So it's super, super easy to do. I run it through my die cutting machine and now I'm removing it from the paper. Now all I need to do is fold along that 5-inch score mark and then fold up on that 10-inch score mark. I'm going to pop out the number 6 die by folding along those creases that the die makes for you, and that's it. That is all it takes for this little pop-up to come to life. So it is super, super easy. So now the hard part is deciding what elements I want to do or want to add to this card. Now I've dive cut the number a second time and I'm just cutting it along those score lines so that all I have is that number so that I can use it as a decorative element on top. Alright, so now that my card is ready to go, I'm ready to decorate it. So I've cut out and die cut all my elements. So I'm using blues and greens and whites as my main color palette for my card. I'm gluing together the different layers of the baby die from Honeybee Stamps. I have cut out the welcome out of a little banner from my stash, and I have used the alphabet dies for his name, which is Elias. I've also used a number die that I have from my stash for the number 1 and 0, and then of course the rest of the alphabet dies to die cut the pounds and the ounce. So just layering those together, and I love all the layers. It looks so pretty. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and take that number and I want to put a strip of acetate between those two layers to hold it in place. And that is what I'm going to suspend my LBS on, so it kind of looks like it's floating next to the number 6. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little glue dot on that acetate strip, adhere it to the base panel, and I'm just kind of checking to see if that is where I want it, and I think it is. So I'm going to go ahead and glue on the number 6 layer on top of the base number 6. So I'm just adjusting, making sure that it fits on there. And then this is kind of my plan to have that welcome baby Elias on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere the baby die cut above the 6. And I am using liquid adhesive so I can adjust them and to put them exactly where I want them to go. And then I can put my welcome baby or the welcome banner and then Elias just like that. So that is the plan. All right, so I think that's going to work great. So I'm ready to add some dimensional foam tape to the back. I just want to make sure that I'm putting foam tape on the right end because I'm going to cut off the excess. So I'm going to go ahead and put some foam tape on the back, and then I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of the little Elias banner. I'm going to make sure that it fits and everything where I want it to, but I noticed that it's a little too bulky over the layers of the bee on the baby die cut. So I'm going to remove some of that adhesive from the back of the banner, and then I'm going to kind of bridge it. So that part that has no adhesive is going to be the part that's over that the stem of that little bee. All right, so we're good to go there. So now I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to my card. So I'm going to remove the backing paper and go ahead and position it right where I want it across the letter B. Now I can go ahead and turn it over and then remove the excess. Now I can go ahead and remove the liner from the little name banner and then put it where I want across the Y in baby. Next, I'm going to adhere the LBS next to the 6 so it reads 6 pounds. And so I added a little bit of adhesive of glue to the bottom of the L and then attached it with my tweezers. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and attach the B and the S. And just like that. Sorry, it's out of frame a little bit, but there it is on the little acetate. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess. And I love how that came out, just how I had pictured. Now, on the 1 and the 0, I added double foam tape, so it's nice and puffed out. And I'm going to attach that next to the 6 and below the name. So I'm going to remove the liner off of both of those numbers and then attach them to the card base. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue just to the very tippy tops of that ounce, the O's and the Z, and then just put it so that it dangles from the 10. So 6 pounds, 10 ounces, which is the weight of baby. I'm going to go ahead and trim the acetate a little bit more, and basically that's how this card is going to go. And there you can see how it's going to, the little flap is going to fold up so that the dimensions of the card are 5 by 5. So it will fit in an envelope designed for a 5 by 5 card. So how cute, right? It stands up all on its own. I decided I wanted to add a little bit more decoration to that bottom panel in front of the 6 because it was a little bit empty there. So I die cut this button little banner, not banner, but border. This is a super old one from MFT. I'm sure they don't make it anymore because it's super, super old. But, you know, one of those things that, you know, is in my stash. I love, and it adds that perfect little touch, especially to baby things just like this. So I've die cut the buttons out of the same colors, blue and green and white. And I am just putting foam tape behind each of the little buttons and then popping it up on top of the base layer of buttons. Now the top buttons, that layer, have like some type of decorative element to it, whether it's embossing or stitching or something, just that added little touch. So there are all my little buttons, super cute, and the card is done. I mean, easy peasy. It stands up so that it can be, you know, displayed. Oh, it's so cute. I love when cards are made easy by the tools, you know, that we have and we acquire. I love it, love it, love it. Now, I loved it so much, I created a pop-up box card version. This is for my son's birthday. So you take the lid off the box, boom, there's the numbers popped up. It says 27 looks good on you. And so this is for my son who turns 27. And with that same die, I created a completely different type of card, but how versatile, right? I love these types of things. And so here's a little just quick peeks at the card that I made for my son with the same number dies. So you can use these for anniversaries, birthdays, anything where you want to showcase a number. And there's the box closed. How fun. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want to watch any more interactive videos, then here are a couple more for you. Thanks. Until next time. Bye.